And now a world news investigation. Very young girls from good families lured into the sex trade. And if we ask you to name a city that's become the hotbed of sex trafficking, chances are you would never have guessed Portland, Oregon.
The big thing here is keep Portland weird. I don't know. I really don't know. I just know that we are very liberal and we let things go, and we shouldn't.
Today, more than 30 million children, women, and men are enslaved by violence, threats, and coercion.
I feel like I've discovered this darkness that lives in our country.
No girl wakes up in the morning and says, when I grow up, I want to be a prostitute.
How they find these kids is they lure them in by pretending to have a modeling agency. They target them at 9 or 10 years old.
They look for them in the malls. They look for them on MySpace and Facebook.
And within minutes, he says, well, I've got kids as young as 11 years old.
It was typical American men buying American children.
But it's anybody, it's everybody. It's teachers, doctors, lawyers, people that walk amongst us.
Most of us, when we hear the term sex trafficking, we think it's something that happens out there. Something that happens in Thailand, in Cambodia, in Southeast Asia, and India. Sex trafficking is taking place in the United States.
Human trafficking is the fastest growing criminal enterprise in the world.
People have been tied up with saran wrap and then gang raped by 15 people. We're talking about 13-year-old girls, and then left in hotel rooms without food or water for days.
I have the new perspective of what it means to have your body sold in this country. Not everybody is free.
It's easier to look at problems outside the country than it is to look at stuff in our own backyard.
I looked into the marketplace and I saw us. It wasn't about men coming from other countries. It wasn't about people coming across our borders.
Well, it is places you don't expect and girls you don't expect.
Katie was at this mall when she met two boys who introduced her to an older guy. He started taking her out, buying her things. But soon he told her he spent too much money and needed her to help.
I went to a strip club and danced or whatever.
We don't have the moral authority to tell other countries to clean up their act unless we make some efforts to address the violence and inequity right here in the United States.
If there weren't a buyer, there wouldn't be a child snatched up by a trafficker for the market the buyer has created.